Okay, so this course is set up as a series of chapters, and I recommend that you go through them beginning to end. Feel free to watch them as many times as you like. All right, so next we're going to dive into materials, and I'm going to show you how watercolor works. Okay, so these are the materials that we're going to use to make this painting of a salamander. For the paper, I have a watercolor pad that's made by Fabriano, but really all you need is, you know, something like a 9x12 watercolor block, and the main thing is that you want it to be a hot pressed watercolor paper. So that has a really nice smooth surface. The cold pressed paper has a really rough surface, so it's not as good for what we're doing. But yeah, just a 9x12 hot press watercolor pad. Okay, for the pencil, I just use a regular old number 2 pencil like you use in school, nothing special. For erasers, I like these kneaded erasers. They're like a gummy eraser that just works really well and doesn't tear up the paper. You really shouldn't use this pink eraser on the pencil. So use the gummy eraser, and then I have this one of these Tough Stuff eraser sticks that's pretty cool for doing really fine stuff. For the brushes, Winsor & Newton Series 7 brushes, which I really like. You don't have to have brushes that are this fancy, but really any brush that's made for painting with watercolors should be fine. I have a 0, 1, 3, and 6 round brushes. And then the kind of paints that I use are made by this company called Holbein, which I really like. And they come in a tube like this, so it's like a soft liquidy paint that's inside. And we only need 6 colors for this project. Primary yellow, raw umber, burnt umber, brilliant orange, primary black, and white. This is called a palette. This is what we're going to squeeze the watercolor paint onto and then use it to paint, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And then another thing that's not really necessary but I kind of like to have is this is a drafting brush. So when I'm erasing and I make little, you know, dust and stuff on the paper, I use this to brush it off. So that's really all you need to do this project.